Welcome back, everybody, to the Queen of TV channel. Before we get into our intro, let's get our few things out of the way first. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please watch the video all the way to the very end. There will be cursing and there will be profanity. If that's not your cup of tea, this channel is not for you. I'll be giving my honest opinion about the show as a whole and this episode as well. Without further ado, let's get into our intro. Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, the Queen herself, and you are the Prince and Princesses. You're either a viewer or you're a subscriber. Either way, welcome. Today, we'll be talking about H2O Season 1, Episode 22, Fish Out of Water. We start this episode off at the movie theater. Cleo and Emma has just seen a scary movie, and Cleo is freaking out that the main character who got turned to a zombie is wearing the same exact clothes that she's wearing. But that's not the important thing. They end up actually catching Zane with Rikki. Coming out of a romance movie, holding each other. Told you it was going to come out in this episode. They tell Lewis when they get to school that they saw Rikki and Zane together. Now, Lewis is not sure if he believes that they're actually dating, but they all decide that they're going to investigate. They bring up the romance movie to Rikki to try to see if maybe she says she's seen it with somebody. She doesn't engage. Even when Lewis has a run-in with Zane after Zane bumps into Lewis and insults him, Rikki still does not engage. So they decide to keep an eye on the two of them. Cleo sees nothing between Zane and Rikki during science and math class. Emma doesn't see anything during PE. And Lewis has followed Zane all day. And nothing has changed with him. But they all do realize something. Rikki and Zane are never in the same place together. Because the two of them are not even at the Juice Snack Cafe with the three of them as they're discussing this. They're out walking. And Rikki comes across this red dress that she likes and wants to wear it. So Zane gets an idea in his head that he's going to buy it for Rikki. That's when Rikki gets a call from Emma and Cleo telling her to meet them at Mako Island. She goes and she is immediately confronted. She has the audacity to gaslight them like they're being completely and utterly dramatic about her not telling them that her and Zane were seeing each other. To the point where they have an argument about it because Zane is obviously hunting down a fucking mermaid. And Emma realizes that no, in reality, he's hunting me down because I'm the idiot that saved him. They give her an ultimatum. It's either Zane or it's them. She gets upset and says friends do not make other friends choose between the person they love and each other, and she leaves. Obviously, they just had their biggest fight compared to all the other arguments they have, and it did not go as well. But I don't understand what Rikki expected, but I'll get more on that in the review. While this is going on, Zane is talking to his father. His father is planning on this big development project, and he wants to make a good impression, and he wants Zane there. Zane brings up Rikki coming, and his dad isn't sure he wants somebody like Rikki to show up, so I guess it's his way of telling his dad that him and Rikki are dating. But Zane decides to bring Rikki anyway. He finds Rikki at the beach by herself and gifts her with the dress and convinces her to come to the dinner date with him. Lewis sees them together and he just shrugs and walks off and goes on to fish. Obviously, it was already confirmed anyway, because what is the point? Lewis goes to Cleo's house where he tries to tell Cleo, but Cleo is too busy trying to get rid of all of her clothes because of the woman from the zombie film, and asks him to help her. Emma is at the dinner with the Bennetts. She didn't know that they were supposed to be there. Emma is still not feeling great about this whole Zane and Rikki thing and really does not want to be there. Sooner or later, Zane and Rikki show up. Rikki in her new dress, all polished and everything, looking like an upstand girl that would fit the narrative for her being fit to be dating someone like Zane, who comes from a very wealthy family. So he's not the only surprise visit we get. We meet some more characters. They're called the Chan family, but we never see them again after this. But they basically are also project owners that he needs money investment from to be able to fund this project. We're going to find out what this project is, and you're not going to like it. While having this dinner date, it is very obvious it is uncomfortable being there. Rikki's not happy. Emma's not happy. Zane asks Rikki what's wrong. Rikki says everything is fine. Obviously, she didn't tell Zane about the argument that her and the girls had. Emma isn't sure about this development coastal thing. And obviously, Harrison is not listening to her and wants Neil to back him up on this, considering that he is Emma's father. We find out what this dinner date is really about. It is about him wanting to build a resort on top of Mako Island. Obviously, Rikki and Emma are not happy about this because the moon pool will be destroyed as well. Zikki tries to argue that this is not right. What about all the sea life and everything that's going on? Obviously, Harrison doesn't like the fact that she's protesting and gets Zane involved. Zane pulls Rikki to the side. They have a fight over this, and Zane says that this is business. This is not something that Rikki would understand. Rikki lets Zane know either he's her boyfriend or he's his dad's errand boy, and she leaves upset. She goes to Mako Island and she starts reminiscing about all the things that we've already seen over the course of the 22 episodes of this season. She decides to go back to the party where Emma is debating this whole project thing. This is wrong. She does not agree with it. Rikki backs her up, saying that she's going to get petitions, that she's going to start this organization. She's going to fight for the dolphins and the sea turtles and all the other sea life that is there, and that this resort is a bad idea. Mr. Harrison is trying to outtalk Rikki, but he is not winning this fight. Small Emily, who is Mr. and Mrs. Chan's daughter, asks her dad, is he really going to hurt all the sea turtles? Her mom says, of course he is not. So the deal is off the table. Rikki lets Zane know she is not Miriam. He can have the dress back because if this is the type of business he want to be a part of, he can forget about her and him dating. He decides to side with Rikki and they leave. Zane's dad tries to stop him, but he's not able to convince him. So his deal falls flat. Zane and Rikki are together, and Zane brings up the fact that Rikki must believe him that he's seen a mermaid. He is still on this. Rikki says, I believe in you, and we end with that. We meet up at Cleo's house where Emma tells Cleo and Lewis what happened and how Rikki sabotaged everything. Lewis realized that Cleo didn't throw out none of her clothes, and she says because her clothes would not be matching and she would not have anything to wear. Rikki shows up and the girls and her have a heart to heart. They work everything out and make a pact. They do not keep any more secrets from each other. And Cleo asks Rikki, what does she see in Zane? And Rikki says, short and simple, he gets her. And the episode ends with that. So let's get into this review. The three things that Zane did in this episode did not give Rikki a good idea that her and Zane were not going to work. then it makes perfect sense why he got away with so much with her. First of all, this guy knows good and damn well that it is wrong to destroy this island, right? Well, kinda, if you haven't seen season 3. But if you have season 3, you know you know. He decides to take his father's side on the situation instead of hers, trying to say that she would not understand this kind of stuff and somehow she still wants to be with him. This is the same guy who apparently is still an asshole to all your friends, and you still want to date this guy. This guy only takes your side after he stands up to your father and when you tell him that you are not Miriam and that he has to choose between being his dad's errand boy or being with you, when he should have done that at the beginning when you were against all of this, not after, and you still decide to date him, it makes me wonder what the hell do you mean by he gets you? How does he get you? Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it's like him understanding how it's like growing up in a broken household of some sorts and being surrounded by people who just think that you're an unapproachable person and that you feel lonely and that you're a loner. I understand all that. But at the same fucking time, Zane is showing signs of where he can change, but then he decides not to change. And it's so damn frustrating. And it's upsetting me. Look at this. Like I'm serious. I don't see what Rikki sees in Zane. Like I have to ask that question. And she gives the answer, well, he gets me. What is that he gets about you? You have a rough home life. That's what he gets. You're a loner. That's what he gets. And on top of that, you both are aware that neither one of your friends would be okay with y'all dating. Everything about your relationship is set in stone over situations where it seems like you two are together because of trauma. Both of you have trials and tribulations when it comes to relationships with your dads. You both have friends who would probably judge your relationship. You both are not good with people. You're very hostile. You can be less empathetic at times and never think of other people's feelings. And worst of all, what is Miriam fit in all of this? She's literally his girlfriend. It does not matter that the two of them are not claiming each other because she's claiming him, but he's not claiming her. They kiss. They spend time together. She's been in his house. She's been around his family. Has it been disclosed that they've broken up at all? Has he told him? Has she told her that she's not his girlfriend? No. Has he explained to her that he's seeing someone else? No. As far as this girl's concerned, they are still together. That whole plot with Lewis and Zane was crazy to me because Rikki act like Cleo and Emma had no reason to be upset. That to the point that by the end they had to apologize for her for underestimating her with dating Zane and staying true to him and not choosing Mako and them. That is not the issue. The issue is that this man knows about mermaids and is a threat to their secret, and Rikki does not give two fucks. She's willing to take the risk because she believes that she can handle this, that he's not going to find out everything is fine. This man is not going to let this mermaid shit go. You dating him is not going to make him stop. It's not. I don't get this. Y'all, I'm discombobulated. I can't even put this into words. I'm so upset. The Cleo and Lewis plot cannot even save this, as goofy as that is. The fact that Cleo, with Lewis' help, went through all that work to get rid of all them clothes, only for Cleo to change her mind and realize she ain't got nothing to wear, is crazy. I can imagine what Lewis is thinking. Really, Cleo? You put me through all that for what? But, like, I understand the message. I get the point of the episode. It's about Rikki not losing herself to this relationship, understanding that secrets can hurt friends. They needed this fight. They needed to understand each other. Rikki needed to prove herself to her friends that this is not a risk to their secret and that she can handle this and that they should have trusted her more. But I do not feel like they were wrong when she's the one that's been lying to them since D1. Like, come on now. If anything, Rikki needs to apologize instead of like being like, "Oh, you guys gonna ask me where I've been, like what color my bra is." Like, come on, Rikki, you was wrong. You the one that was messing up. Why should they have to feel bad? But I guess that's the case. They have to feel bad for being mad at her for keeping this secret from her and not being happy for her, I guess. And I'm just done. I'm not gonna talk anymore about this fucking episode. I just can't. That just pisses me off. That makes no fucking sense. She gets to lie and keep the secret from them, knowing full fucking well this guy knows about mermaids and is a danger to their secret, but they're made to feel bad because she's happy. He makes her happy. Despite all the other red flags. I'm done. I can't. Let me know what you guys think about this episode and what y'all think. Do y'all disagree with me? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of you disagree with me, and you guys are going to explain to me why they actually work as a couple and what them being together actually brings to the show, and how Rikki's right and her friends are wrong for being mad at her. But feel free, go ahead and I'll respond to them. But I'm just done. I can't do this anymore. I can't. Just tell me what you guys think of the episode, because Lord knows I'm just baffled. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I hope you have a wonderful day. If no one's told you this today, I'm telling you. I love you. I love you more than I love this episode. Without further ado, I'll see you guys when I see you, because you already know this ain't the last time we'll see each other. We're on to the next episode. Kisses, guys, and goodbye.